Welcome back to our English Story channel. It's great to see you again. Today we have a calm story for you. It's called My First Yoga Class. This story is perfect for beginner English learners. You'll learn simple words and everyday sentences. Are you ready? Let's begin.
Hi, my name is Emma, and today I want to tell you about my very first yoga class. I had never done yoga before, and honestly, I didn't know what to expect. I woke up early that morning, feeling a mix of excitement and nervousness. I got out of bed and looked out the window. It was a quiet morning. The sky was soft and cloudy, and the air looked fresh. I took a deep breath and smiled to myself. "You can do this," I whispered. My room was quiet. The soft hum of the fridge in the kitchen was the only sound. I listened to it for a moment while I stretched my arms and legs. It felt good to move slowly and not rush. I went to the bathroom, washed my face, and brushed my teeth. The cold water made me feel more awake. I looked at myself in the mirror and gave myself a little wink, like I was cheering myself on. I picked out a comfortable outfit, soft leggings and a loose t-shirt. I didn't want anything tight or complicated. I needed to feel free and relaxed. Then I made a small breakfast, just a banana and some tea. I didn't want to be too full, but I also didn't want to be hungry during the class. The banana was sweet and soft, and the tea was warm and calming. After I finished eating, I grabbed my bag and left the house. The yoga studio was only 10 minutes away by foot. As I walked, I looked around and saw people going to work, cars passing, birds flying. My heart was beating a little fast, but I told myself it's okay to feel new things. I passed a bakery, and the smell of fresh bread made me smile. I passed a man walking his dog. He waved, and I waved back. Just small things, but they made me feel calm. I also saw a small girl with a bright yellow raincoat jumping in a puddle even though it wasn't raining. That made me laugh quietly to myself. When I arrived, I stood in front of the studio door for a moment. I read the little sign on the door. It said, "Welcome to your peaceful place." I smiled. That sounded nice. I walked in and saw a clean, quiet room with soft lights and calm music playing. There was a woman at the front desk. She smiled and said, "Hi." First time. I nodded and said, "Yes, it's my first time doing yoga." She told me to take off my shoes and pick a mat. There were already a few people there, sitting quietly on their mats. Some were stretching, some were just breathing with their eyes closed. I chose a mat in the back corner and sat down slowly. The teacher came in smiling. She was kind and calm, and her voice was soft and clear. She started by saying, "Let's all take a deep breath." I did, and for the first time that day, I felt my body relax. We started with simple moves, stretching our arms, moving our necks, slowly bending forward. Nothing too hard, just slow, quiet movements. I liked it. I felt safe. I didn't feel judged. Everyone was just doing their best. The room felt warm, not just because of the air, but because of the energy. Everyone was peaceful. As the class continued, we did more poses. Some were a little tricky, but the teacher always said, "It's okay to rest. Just listen to your body." I liked that. I didn't feel pressure. I tried my best and rested when I needed to. My muscles felt a little shaky, but I kept breathing. At one point, we did a pose where we had to balance on one foot. I wobbled a bit, almost fell, but laughed quietly and kept going. It felt okay to make mistakes. The teacher gave a soft laugh too and said, "Wobbling is part of the practice." That made me feel better. At the end of the class, we lay down on our backs and closed our eyes. The teacher told us to breathe slowly and relax every part of our body. I felt warm, I felt calm, I felt proud of myself. I thought about nothing, just my breath, just my body on the mat, just the feeling of being still. It was one of the most peaceful moments I had in a long time. I wanted to stay there longer, wrapped in the silence, floating in that space where nothing feels heavy. When the class ended, I sat up and smiled. I had done it. My first yoga class. It wasn't scary, it was peaceful, it was quiet, and it made me feel good. I thanked the teacher and left the studio. As I walked home, I felt light, like I was walking on clouds. I thought, maybe I'll come back next week. And I think I will. On my way back, I stopped at a small coffee shop. I sat by the window, drinking warm coffee and thinking about the class. I felt proud, not just because I did yoga, but because I tried something new. I gave myself a little gift by showing up. And I think that's something I want to keep doing, showing up for myself, one quiet, calm step at a time. Even if the world feels noisy or confusing sometimes, I can always return to that quiet place inside me. I think that's what yoga gave me. Not just a stretch, but a small door to peace.
Thank you for watching. Did you enjoy the story? Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and write a comment to practice your English. Tell us, have you ever tried yoga? See you in the next video. Bye-bye.